Welcome to London Property Digest, your essential 10-minute audio recap for staying informed on London's property market.
10 minutes.
Today, we're diving into the emerging trends in real estate. Europe 2024 report.
Okay.
It's put together by PwC and the Urban Land Institute.
Right.
And they've gathered insights from over 1,090 real estate pros.
Wow.
So think of it as the industry's collective wisdom all in one place.
Yeah, and what's striking is
Yeah.
how this report goes beyond just predictions. It reveals the factors influencing the market right now. For anyone interested in London property,
Okay.
the biggest takeaway is clear. London is holding strong.
Okay. So London's at the top of the city rankings again.
Yes.
It's 3 years in a row now.
It is.
I get it. London's a global hub. But what's making it so attractive to investors this time around?
It boils down to a word you might not think is exciting.
Okay.
Liquidity.
Liquidity.
Basically, in uncertain times, investors want a market where they can easily buy and sell assets.
Right.
And London offers that better than almost anywhere else.
So it's less about London suddenly becoming more amazing
Yeah,
and more about investors wanting a safe bet right now.
exactly.
Kind of like how people flock to gold when things are shaky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The report even quotes a real estate investment trust CEO,
Okay.
someone who handles massive property portfolios.
Right.
They say investors of all stripes, big institutions, pension funds, you name it, still see London as the place to be for reliable income and preserving their wealth.
That's interesting. It sounds like London's reputation as a safe haven is really working in its favor,
Definitely.
especially given the current economic climate.
Yeah.
But I've got to ask,
Yeah.
who else is in the running?
Well,
Are any other cities even close?
Paris comes in a strong second.
Care.
Driven by a lot of the same factors as London,
Ah.
that strong sense of stability and ease of doing business.
Okay.
Plus, the buzz around the upcoming Olympics certainly isn't hurting.
Makes sense. Big events like that can really put a city on the map for investors.
Oh, for sure.
Now, I was surprised to see that Berlin actually dropped down to 4th place. What happened there?
Well, the report points to Germany's economic forecast,
Okay.
which isn't looking too sunny for the next couple of years.
Right.
When a national economy struggles, its real estate market often takes a hit.
So even a major city like Berlin can't escape the bigger economic picture.
It's all connected.
I guess that makes location just one piece of the puzzle for investors, huh?
Precisely. And in Berlin's case,
Yeah.
it seems property prices there haven't adjusted as quickly to the changing economic climate
Okay.
as in other European cities.
Interesting.
This lag can make investors wary, as they're always hunting for the best value
Right.
and want to see markets that adapt swiftly.
That's a great point. So while London might be basking in its top spot right now,
Yeah.
it can't afford to get complacent.
Nope.
It seems staying attractive to investors is an ongoing game, with both local and global factors in play.
Absolutely.
We'll delve deeper into some of those factors in the next part of our deep dive.
Sounds good. One thing that jumped out at me from the report
Yeah.
is the emphasis on ESG,
Yes.
environmental, social, and governance factors.
Right.
It's gone from a buzzword to like a core concern for investors.
Yeah. The report mentions that a whopping 90% of those surveyed
90%.
think ESG will be the biggest influence on real estate by 2050.
Huge.
That's a huge shift. But what does that actually mean for someone living and investing in London?
Well, for investors,
Yeah.
it means looking beyond just the potential profit of a property.
Okay.
They're now scrutinizing how environmentally friendly buildings are, how they benefit the local community, and even like the ethics of the companies involved.
So it's almost like a triple bottom line.
Yeah,
Profit, people, planet.
exactly.
But the report also talks about how investors are favoring retrofitting old buildings over new construction.
Yeah.
Wouldn't a brand new building be more efficient?
That's what many used to think, but
Yeah.
the report found that 62%
62.
believe retrofitting is the best way to get prime real estate,
Okay.
compared to just 43% who prefer new builds.
So, okay, I'm all ears. Why is giving old buildings a makeover suddenly so popular?
Firstly, there's the environmental impact. New construction uses a lot of energy and resources,
Right.
while retrofitting can significantly reduce that footprint.
Right.
Think of it like upcycling furniture instead of buying new.
Right.
It's better for the planet.
So it's about being eco-conscious from the get-go.
Yeah.
But does that really make financial sense?
It often does.
Really?
Retrofitting allows developers to take advantage of existing infrastructure
Yeah.
and desirable locations.
Okay.
Instead of building on the outskirts,
Right.
they can breathe new life into buildings in established neighborhoods,
I see.
making them attractive to both residents and businesses.
So it's good for the environment and makes financial sense. But I imagine retrofitting comes with its own challenges, right?
Of course.
Dealing with old buildings can't be easy.
There are hurdles.
Yeah.
Planning regulations can be complex.
Right. Yeah.
And there are always surprises when working with older structures. But the report suggests those challenges are outweighed by the benefits.
Okay.
Especially as sustainable building practices become more and more important.
Okay, so ESG is clearly a major force shaping London's real estate.
For sure.
But the report also highlights another big trend,
Oh, yeah.
the rise of artificial intelligence.
AI.
What role does AI play in all of this?
The report suggests AI could revolutionize everything.
Wow.
From finding investment opportunities to managing buildings more efficiently.
Right.
Imagine AI platforms that can analyze huge amounts of data to predict property values or identify emerging trends.
So it's like having a superpowered real estate advisor at your fingertips.
Kinda.
But are there any concerns about AI in real estate?
Of course.
Yeah, it all sounds a bit futuristic.
Like any new technology, there are potential risks.
Right.
Data privacy is a big one,
Right.
and there's always the risk of bias in algorithms.
Right.
The key is to ensure AI is used responsibly and ethically,
Okay.
complementing human expertise, not replacing it entirely.
That makes sense. It's important to be aware of the potential downsides. So we've got these two massive trends, ESG and AI,
Huge.
shaping the future of London real estate. But how does this actually translate to what's happening on the ground
Right.
in different parts of the market?
Well, that's exactly what we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll zoom in on specific sectors of the London property market,
Okay.
offices, residential, industrial,
Got it.
and see how these trends are playing out in the real world. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to London Property Digest. We've talked about London's top ranking and the big trends of ESG and AI.
Right.
But how does all this actually affect different parts of the market? Let's
Wow.
break it down. First up, let's look at offices. With remote work on the rise,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of talk about the death of the office.
Right.
But this report suggests it's more of a transformation.
Yeah. It's not going away.
So offices aren't going extinct. They're just evolving. What kind of changes are we seeing?
The report highlights
Yeah.
the importance of offices as hubs for collaboration, innovation, and building a company culture.
Oh.
But they need to adapt
Right.
to meet the needs of today's workforce.
So no more rows of boring cubicles.
No more boring cubicles. We're seeing a shift
Okay.
towards more flexible
Yeah.
and amenity-rich spaces.
Like what kinds of things?
Think fitness centers, cafes,
Wow.
even childcare facilities.
Wow.
Offices are becoming destinations.
Right.
Places people want to be, not just have to be.
Interesting.
And this ties back to ESG, creating spaces that are both environmentally friendly and beneficial for employees' well-being.
That makes sense. Now let's talk about the residential market. London housing is always a hot topic,
Always.
and affordability is a big concern. What's the report saying about that?
Yeah, the report acknowledges the ongoing affordability challenges,
Right.
something anyone living in London knows all too well.
Yeah, for sure.
But it also points to a growing demand for sustainable and energy-efficient homes.
So people want homes that are good for the planet and their wallets.
Yeah.
Are we going to see more green buildings popping up around London?
Absolutely. Developers are incorporating sustainable designs and tech into new residential projects.
Like what?
Expect to see features like solar panels, green roofs,
Oh, cool.
and energy-efficient appliances becoming more common.
Yeah.
This also links back to the rise of AI. Smart home technology powered by AI can help manage energy consumption, making homes more sustainable and cost-effective.
It's encouraging to see sustainability taking center stage in the residential sector.
Right.
Now, what about the industrial and logistics market?
Right.
Doesn't always get as much attention, but it's a crucial part of the economy.
Absolutely. The report highlights the resilience of this sector,
Okay.
driven by the growth of e-commerce and the need for efficient supply chains. London's strategic location and excellent transport links make it a prime spot for logistics operations.
So even with economic uncertainty, this sector seems to be thriving. What trends are shaping the industrial and logistics landscape in London?
One key trend is the demand for modern high-tech warehouse spaces.
Hmm.
Think automation and robotics.
Wow.
These technologies are becoming essential for efficient logistics operations.
Okay.
And of course, sustainability is a major focus here, too.
Right.
Companies are adopting green logistics practices,
Right.
from electric delivery vehicles to energy-efficient warehouses.
It's amazing to see how these big trends, ESG, AI, the need for resilience, are impacting every corner of London's property market.
For sure. It's
Fascinating.
Any final takeaways for our listeners?
London's property market is constantly evolving.
Presenting both challenges and opportunities.
Yeah.
By understanding these trends and how they connect,
Right.
investors and residents alike can make informed decisions for the future.
Great advice. And remember, if you want to stay up to date on the dynamic London property market, be sure to subscribe to London Property Digest for the latest updates and insights. Until next time,